Today I'm starting one of the most popular book series on the internet in the past few years. Drum roll, please. I am starting Fourth Ring by Rebecca Yarros. It's really high stakes. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. What's going on? Stressed. I'm so nervous. Kind of breaks my heart. Why does she have to keep doing this to us? Why? I'm so excited to read this book. This is actually a reread for me. The third book, Onyx, comes out in a few days, and I would love to reread this and Iron Flame. Before I get into that, I already pre-ordered the other book. I'm not sure when it'll get here. Hopefully this next week at some point. Excited to get back into this world. I was debating doing a reread, and then I'm like, you know what? Why not? Refresh the brain. I read these books before I started posting on YouTube, so I thought it'd be fun to read them together and give you guys my thoughts and opinions and reactions as I re-enter the world of Basgiath War College. I'm so excited. Ugh. Y'all know I love a good map. Ooh, Basgiath, hello. This hits. If you know, you know. So excited. A dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without their dragon is dead. Article 1, Section 1 of the Dragon Rider Codex. Chapter 1. Let's go. I made it to chapter 4. Oh, it's so good. So good to be back. I feel like she does such a good job, Rebecca Yarros, of just getting into it and making you want to keep reading. It's so high stakes right away, and it's not too hard to understand. There's like a little bit of info dumping, but I think it's done in a really creative way. For example, when the main character Violet's on the parapet, and the kind of info dumping that happens there, I think is a creative way to let the reader know about the world, but also how she did it, let us know about Violet, our main character. I just really enjoyed that. I'm excited to hopefully dive even deeper into it today. We've already met some crazy people. The stakes are already so high. We're seeing dragons right away, which is just incredible. I love it so much. Let's keep reading. Hello, I have made it to chapter 24 in Fourth Wing. I'm a little over halfway. It's so good. So I haven't really talked about what it is about. So basically we're at this war college, and in this land there's dragons, and there's this conflict on this continent between one nation and another nation. Kids are sent to this war college, and there's a few different quadrants. The quadrant of the characters we're following is the Riders quadrant. They basically train to become dragon riders to fight in this bigger conflict. It's so exciting. It's so good. The dragons add such a funny touch because they can talk to their rider, and they have all these laws and ways that the riders don't know about. The characters are so enjoyable. Our female main character that we're following, Violet, is kind of breakable in literal sense of the term, that she has some sort of condition where her ligaments aren't as strong. She's really small, and in this quadrant it's very life or death. There are so many times the lives of the students or cadets are put in danger. Many people die. It's just a normal thing that happens every day. Basically, they start their morning with a death toll or roll call of all the people who died the day before. It's really high stakes. Our main character isn't the strongest. She again has that condition with the weak ligaments, the weak bones, but she's extremely smart and clever, and that really is what has allowed her to get as far as she had. We are seeing more dragons now as we're getting further along, which is just incredible. There are some threats to her, and then there's this really amazing romance happening. I love it so much. It's a really fun time. It's really exciting to be a part of this world and to follow what's happening. All the side characters are super enjoyable, and also it's really stressful as a reader because again, you don't know if the characters are gonna live or die. Loving it so much so far. I'm gonna keep reading. Also have something to show you. Look what I got. How stunning is she? I am so excited to read this in this video, but we do have to get through the rest of the series. I'm so sad. I feel like everyone else is reading it or starting this and I am not, but it's okay. I wanted to do a reread. I'm happy to be doing a reread and happy to be in this world for even longer. I'm so excited to start this, but we still have Iron Flame to get through after I finish Fourth Wing. So let's stop talking so we can get reading so I can get to this sooner. You are beautiful. Oh my god, it's stunning. It's too tempting. Brave the dark. So they all have these little sayings. I think Fourth Wing is ride or die. Fly or die. Okay, I'm not sure what Iron Flame is. I'll look at that when I start reading it, but good morning! I'm on chapter 36 and we have barely any book left. I'm so excited. I think like less than 50 pages. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Since this Fourth Wing is a reread, it's like I know what's coming, but I'm not ready for it, and you like feel all the emotions again. And plus, I don't have a photograph memory, so I forget a lot of things. The stakes are so high, and we just learned some crazy things about the world, and oh my gosh, it's so good. I don't even know what else to say. There's been some betrayals. There's been like many betrayals actually. There's been some crazy stuff. Already our main character Violet from the beginning of the book to now is, oh my gosh, actually insane. What was going on at the beginning of the book to what is actually going on in this world. Insane. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now so I can finish this book and then we can start this bad boy. How pretty is she? Iron Flame. Ugh, I want to read Onyx Storm. The last chapter, and it's in a different character's perspective. I just finished Fourth Wing. My goodness. Oh, the ending. The ending. Wow. This is everything I could ever want out of a fantasy book. And I love it so much. There's dragons, there's this war college, there's betrayal, treachery, love, loss, there's twists and turns. There are enemies that you have no idea how they're gonna overcome. The first time I read it, I gave it 5 stars, and it gets 5 stars on the reread too. It's so freaking good. So good. What else more could you want? Since I have completed Fourth Wing, and with that ending, I don't know how I ever waited for Iron Flame to come out, but I did. Now I don't have to wait. Now I can just read Iron Flame again. Okay. I was talking about yesterday. So Fourth Wing is fly or die. Iron Flame, burn it down. Ooh, but I'm so excited to start this and continue the series. This one is a little longer. I think it's like 100 pages longer than Fourth Wing. Excited to get through this. Oh my gosh. And then get to Onyx Storm. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for Onyx Storm. You have no idea. I'm so happy I chose to reread these before getting into Onyx Storm because there's a lot of things I forgot, but also it's just like getting me more excited to read Onyx Storm. Obviously I was excited, but now back in this world, it's a new level. Same map as last time. This is so nice. I remember being so confused about their military setup, but this really helped me visualize it. I love this one character so much that I can't help smiling anytime they're brought up or their name is mentioned. Good morning! I made it to chapter 19 last night of Iron Flame. This book starts off interesting. We pick up right where we left off from the second book, and then it's a little slow, but I think it's necessary because we're getting to know the characters more and what the effects of the events had on them. So I don't mind it. I just love being in this world, so I'm okay with it. But I'm actually feeling like I need to get out of the house today, so we're gonna go to a coffee shop together. I have some work I need to do. I want to edit, and we are also going to read. Good morning. I'm on chapter 36 and all I want to do right now is sit and read. I was gonna go to the gym this morning, but I started reading when I woke up, and I made it like almost halfway last night, and now I'm in the thick of it, almost to part 2. What's happening right now? So sad and crazy. Oh my gosh. So I just need to sit and read. Also, I don't think I mentioned it. It's on Kindle Unlimited, so it's been nice to be able to just like pick this up and read it whenever on Kindle. Iron Flame and Fourth Wing are, as of right now, while I'm filming this video. So, let's keep reading. I'm gonna cry. I am on chapter 49 of Iron Flame. So I have about 150 pages left and I'm so obsessed with this book. It's not even funny in this world and these characters. I'm on part 2. Part 2 feels like a whole different book than part 1 did. We meet so many different characters and there's a lot of new dynamics forming and the threats are getting bigger and closer and tensions are high. There's this one character, if you've read it, you know who I'm talking about. Pisses me off so bad. One of our main characters is still dealing with the effects of the end of first book, so still got a long way to go. I'm so excited to see what, I know what happens. I don't remember what I rated this before, but I'm just loving it even more the second time around. I feel like I didn't like it as much as Fourth Wing the first time I read it, but it's kind of living up to Fourth Wing right now. We'll see. I finished Iron Flame. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. The entire time while I was reading it, I was just so engrossed and enthralled and just wanted to keep reading. I feel like I enjoyed it way more the second time than I did the first time. It's getting 5 stars. I just can't think of why I would give it anything else. I love this series so much. The way this book ended, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Although I'm not happy with the ending, I'm happy I can go right into Onyx Storm because she's out. She is here, she is gorgeous, and I'm obsessed with her. I'll get to that in a second. The whole second half of this book felt so different, and then there was so much action at the end. There was a lot of build up. We learned more about the world, and they had all these little missions that they were going on. It's life or death in this world. We really got very close to what that means for these characters. You got to see more of the big evil in the world, which is a lot of fun. I can't believe there's gonna be 5 books in this series. Like, you're telling me after Onyx Storm I have to read 2 more books before it's complete? But I love these characters, so I'm okay with spending more time with them. I was actually able to start Onyx Storm, so I'm about 68 pages in. I'm on chapter 8, and it started off kind of slow. There hasn't been a lot going on. We're getting a lot of people, a lot of information, and I'm not hating it. I'm just wondering where this is gonna go. This one is a little shorter than Iron Flame, and we got a lot of book to get through. I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen. I'm like, what are we gonna learn in this book? What's going on? What's just what? Onyx Storm, I love one of these characters, and this word right here has a lot to do with one of the characters. So I'm like, stressed just thinking about it, but so excited to keep reading. I love these characters so much. Right Hello, I don't think I've updated you guys since I was at the beginning of the book, but I'm now on chapter 38, which is like page 320, so I'm pretty far into it. I just love these characters and spending time with them so much, and I just want them to be okay, but it's not okay right now, and I know it's gonna get worse before it gets better. I don't know like how much to say without spoiling it. Like, do I just say my feelings? But I feel like my feelings need context. Oh well. I don't think it's super fast paced right now. I mean, they're just like kind of going through the motions and doing the things that they need to do to hopefully achieve their goal. I really hope they achieve their goal. My heart just like breaks for this character, but also I was kind of annoyed for a little bit because it's like, come on bro, get your stuff together. But I'm sure it's really hard like, what they're going through and what this one specific character is going through to just like turn it off. I'm so nervous. Also, there's some like weird coincidences happening that I'm like, okay, what is going on with this? Something is not right, and I feel like they're gonna run into some trouble. They've been running into trouble along the way as well, but like I feel like it's just building up and building up. And if any indication from the last few books is how this one is gonna end, I feel like my jaw's gonna be on the floor. I'm so scared for these characters. I just want them and their dragons to be so safe and okay and live happily ever after. That's like all I want. The journey is still fun and exciting and exhilarating. It's not, again, like I said, fast paced, but it's still enjoyable to follow. And we're learning a lot along the way too. I love how we've seen the characters and their power grow from the first book to this book. Our main character is so intelligent and so smart, and we really get to see that in this book, and I love that so much too. I'm nervous, you guys, for the rest, so wish me luck. I made it to chapter 45 and I don't know, I feel like we're just waiting for something bad to happen, or even worse, it's like one thing after the next, after the next, after the next, and I feel very sad and down in the dumps, but kind of breaks my heart. Again, still nervous for what is to come because of a feeling it's not gonna be good. I'm currently in the middle of chapter 59, and Miss Rebecca Yarros is not holding any punches. Like, I can't. What has happened in this book? My heart just breaks. I am stressed, y'all. This is so messed up and wrong. Just, it's wrong. Why can't I just start the next book now? What the? I clearly need a minute. So I slept on my thoughts for Onyx Storm last night, and I did some digging and saw what other people were saying, and I felt like people were disappointed, but as you guys could tell, I really enjoyed this book. It felt like a great middle book in a fantasy series. There's 2 more books after this. I just had this feeling, I said it before, things are gonna get worse before it gets better, and I knew something bad was coming. We're just following along the characters as they continue their journey to try to help this continent, and I really enjoyed that, and really enjoyed getting to see more of the characters' interactions, them get more personalities. I will say though, there's too many freaking characters that I have no idea who they are, but I just kind of ignored that and moved past it, and then would just look up the characters if they came up again. I'm like, okay, who is this person? But it also is kind of confusing because you don't only have the characters' names, but you have the dragon names, and it's, wait, there's this dragon, but who are they bought into? The names of the dragons and the characters are interchanged so much. Also, what certain people call the characters is interchanged, so that can get really confusing. But honestly, I just kind of ignored it, and I still had a good time. The world definitely expanded in this book. The characters grew, their power grew, the bonds got deeper, and my love for these characters just expanded so much. I will say with the pacing, it did feel more slow in the middle, but I was still entertained. Like, there was still stuff going on, still action scenes, figuring things out, but it was a little slower. But I didn't hate that because, again, this is the middle book in a 5-book fantasy series. Not everything is gonna be boop 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 boop, you know what I mean? This book definitely left me curious. There were a lot of unanswered questions that we'll hopefully be finding out in the next few books. The ending, why does she have to keep doing this to us? Why? I just can't. I'm trying to keep this spoiler free, but if anyone does want to hear my spoiler thoughts or wants to talk about it, message me on Instagram and we can talk about it, because I have so many thoughts about the characters' actions, the routes they took, what certain things may mean in the future, how everything is gonna come together. Like, I don't think we've met the big bad. I'm like, how do I say this without spoiling it? If you don't want to know anything about spoilers, just click forward until this time span. We've met like the big bad creatures, right? But I don't think we've met the biggest of the bad based off of some things that were said in this book. I think we still have our main villain to meet. I think there are more people, evil people, that are going to come up in the next few books. There has to be. I was like, is it 4.5? Is it a 5? Honestly, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the progression. I love this series so much. So, unsurprisingly, 5 stars. I loved it. And I had so much fun reading it. And I need the next book. I need book 4, you guys. It's not even funny how bad I need book 4. But practicing patience, and it just builds the anticipation for what is next for these characters. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you have read the Fourth Wing books, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments, as spoiler free as possible. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!